have you guys been explicit so far about wanting to win a championship this year? And
yeah, I mean, absolutely.
What does success then look like? I mean,
a championship.
Yes, Caitlin. We know the goal is always the championship, and you would rather skip the personal glory talk. But let's be honest, somebody's got to toot your horn, so I will do it for you after a rookie campaign that felt more like a Marvel origin. Story with 62 records smashed, dragging a team from the bottom of the standings to the playoffs and still managing to finish fourth in MVP voting. Caitlin Clark should have walked into 2025 as the clear MVP frontrunner, but the media clung to their comfort blanket A'ja Wilson. Same name, same narrative, and when it wasn't A'ja, they pivoted to excuses faster than Angel Ree on a missed layup.
Will say a couple of things. Do I expect A'ja Wilson to be A'ja Wilson again this year? Yes. But I also know there is such a thing as voter fatigue. They don't like giving anybody MVP 3 times in a row. They barely like to do it 2 times in a row, let alone 3 times in a row. I just don't see it simply because of voter fatigue. Like it just is what it is. I also think that Caitlin was putting it together in such a way last year. They're only going to get better, and now they've got a full off season together. I could 100% see this happening. Caitlin Clark winning MVP.
But now the shift has arrived, and it is loud.
We are right there. Caitlin Clark is officially the favorite to win the most valuable player.
FanDuel bet MGM, and yes, even ESPN after months of shady behavior. Now have Caitlin Clark leading the MVP race, not tied, not trailing. Leading, this is not Twitter hype. This is Vegas talking. This is money talking. This is we know what is coming energy. And it is being backed up with receipts if you agree. Caitlin will win MVP this year. Comment CC MVP down below, let's go.
We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. So if you thought we arrived,
2 more for Boston.
now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
Even the media types who spent all of 2024 rolling their eyes and pretending they did not see the explosion happening in Indiana are slowly lining up. Now suddenly the tone is a little less smug and a lot more wow, Caitlin might actually be her. The fans already knew, we have been screaming it for months. Caitlin Clark is not just good, she is rewriting the rule book. So what is behind the sudden turnaround? Easy. Everything. Every sign, every stat, every off-season upgrade screamed MVP season. Incoming.
Let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin.
We are about to watch Caitlin go full supernova, and the league is not even ready. But before we dive into this dominance, hit that like button if you think she is taking MVP, and subscribe so you do not miss any fever fireworks.
Truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Caitlin's rookie year was not just impressive, it was disrespectful to logic. 62 records, let that number sit with you, and the crown jewel, the all-time WNBA single-season assist record as a rookie. That is not just elite, that is absurd, and she pulled it off while being public enemy number 1, the most analyzed, criticized, and televised player in the league, dragging a rebuilding team toward legitimacy. Imagine breaking records while dodging elbows and media shade every week.
Like, she broke the record for assists. I don't think people really understand, like, how crazy that is to do as a rookie, your first year doing this.
Then came the Olympic break, and Caitlin turned it into a statement tour.
Look at this. These are the top 3 scorers in the WNBA since the women brought home gold in the Olympics a few weeks ago. 2 of the members are of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
Post-snub, she went ballistic, averaging 23 points per game, carrying Indiana like a backpack through the playoff push. And she did not just elevate her game. She leveled up the entire roster, all while under a microscope that would have crushed most. Players naturally, everyone with a working brain, figured year 2 would be even scarier. But then some analysts got brave. Bleacher Report's WNBA expert nuked logic. Newcast Duncan put Caitlin 5th in his 2025 rankings, 5th below Alyssa Thomas, who averaged a thrilling 10.6 points per game. Yep, that is who he thought was more MVP worthy.
Caitlin Clark at 5 is crazy to me, and it's crazy to me just off the rip because if we look at the MVP voting from last season, she was number 4 in MVP voting. It was Asia, Nafisa, Brianna, and then Caitlin.
Why? Because apparently ranking Caitlin higher just felt like too much, the same tired she has not won a ring yet. Arguments sound familiar. That is the exact logic ESPN used when they said she was not a top 5 college player of all time, even though she literally broke the all-time scoring record, carried the sport into the mainstream, and pulled more viewers than the men's championship game, but sure not top 5.
Love Caitlin, love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that, but in the Open, we said, what makes a top 5 player? Winning. The only strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It through a direct reflection of her skill set, but how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why I agree.
It has been the same story, people just refusing to give Caitlin her flowers until now. The very same ESPN that once left her off the GOAT list now has her ahead of Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier in the MVP race. And let's be real, it is a 3. Horse race after Brianna Stewart. The odds take a nosedive, the rest are just there for decoration. So what changed? Oh, just everything. The signs were always there, the roster moves the momentum. But once training camp opened, people finally opened. Their eyes, what Fever fans already saw in bold, glowing lights the rest of the world, is just now catching up to. Let's start with the biggest piece, coaching.
And I told y'all this last year, well, I didn't tell y'all this last year on air, but like, we saw when they took the pictures with Christy Sides, like when she pulled up on them at All-Star Game, her, Kelsey, and AB, and everybody just kind of like rolled their eyes and walked away like she was a groupie.
Yeah,
that told me everything I needed to know. So when I said like she's not it was based on 2 years of seeing things that just shouldn't have been happening in the first.
The whispers were getting louder last season. Caitlin and the Fever were succeeding despite Christy's sides. Nobody said it out loud, but the awkward silences said plenty. Caitlin herself hinted at it early, mentioning the lack of sideline feedback. The chemistry off the body language frustrated fans were not subtle, either watching close games slip away thanks to sloppy rotations and disorganized sets, so Indiana made the smartest move they could enter. Stephanie White, 2023 Coach of the Year, and certified basketball brainiac.
Oh, we cannot be short on that pass. We can't be short on that pass. One advantage that we have is that we're longish, right? So now we got to use our length. So don't make yourself small.